Hello children, today I am going to deal with a topic which many of the students are very apprehensive about, but I will try to simplify that for you so that you understand it better. We are going to see figures of speech. Now, what do we mean by figures of speech? How do they differ from the common language that we speak in our day-to-day life? How do we identify figures of speech? This is what I am going to do in this particular episode and many episodes that will follow hereafter. Okay, when we talk about language, language is used in two forms. We have a language can have meaning literally and a language can have meaning figuratively. Now, literally means direct. Direct means whatever the word implies, we take the direct meaning of the word, or we call it as the literal meaning of the word, and that is taking language literally. Figuratively, we use language in context. So, when we are talking about using language in figures of speech or figuratively, that means we have to not take the literal meaning of the word, but it is used in context. This language figuratively is more decorated, like you can talk about a girl who looks as simple and plain in all the days, and the day she becomes a bride, she is fully decorated. So, I can call this literal language as an everyday girl, whereas a figuratively language as a bride all decked up for the wedding day. So, now let us understand literally, you know, the common day-to-day language. What are these figuratively used language? Now, when we are using language figuratively, like in figures of speech, the language becomes more stylized and it becomes more specialized. So, here the language in figures of speech is in more stylized form and it is more in specialized form. The language takes a different form, a different sense, a different aura when you talk about figures of speech. Now, in English language, there are dozens of figures of speech, a large number of figures of speech. Today, I will deal with you with two important figures of speech that we use in our day-to-day life. The first one that I am going to do is simile. Now, both the figures of speech that I am going to do with you, they come under a category figures of speech based on comparison. So, the first one that we will look at is simile. Now, what do we mean by simile? Simile is a kind of figure of speech where we are comparing two things which are actually not common at all. There are no common factors between the two, but we use it figuratively. So, we make it appear common. If I give you an example, she is as brave as lion. So, when I say she is as brave as lion, if you take the meaning of this sentence literally, the sentence or the words sound absurd. They are so illogical. Because here what we are trying to say is she and her bravery we are comparing to lion, which are two unlikely, two uncommon things. What we mean here is she is brave, but when we look at it, she is as brave as lion, though the matching is very unlikely and very uncommon, but still the language looks beautiful here. It makes more sense here. So, we try to make the language decorative by writing she is as brave as lion. in simile we find words for comparison as and like. So the comparison will be made using the words as and like. To give you a few more examples, as tall as a mountain. This is an unlikely comparison. Nobody can be as tall as a mountain. Or as strong as an ox. Again an unlikely comparison. As precious as an angel. Again something which is beyond concept. So here the comparisons are very unlikely, very absurd, very illogical, but still they make sense because they are put figuratively, and therefore in context we get the meanings of this. So this is how simile, a figure of speech based on comparison. Now second one that we will see is metaphor. Now if you go to see, actually simile and metaphor, they are almost similar kind of figure of speech because both make comparisons. In simile also we have comparisons, in metaphor also there is a comparison. Metaphor is minus as like. We do not use the words as like here. They are comparisons which are symbolized. So we are directly saying one thing as another. When you look at these comparisons, they will again sound as illogical, as unnatural, as absurd as we saw in simile. Let me give you an example. Now, if I write Alex is a chicken, if you read this, this sounds very absurd, very illogical. But what the sentence implies is that Alex is a coward or frightened. So what we mean by Alex is a chicken is that he is a coward or he is a frightened kind of a boy. But when we say Alex is a chicken, literally the sentence is very absurd. Similarly, there are many more which I can quote. Love is a battlefield. Literally, if you see the meaning, again it is very absurd, very illogical, but implied meaning is love is a battlefield, means loving is not an easy task. Few more. Technology is a dinosaur. Now here the comparison is very absurd. Technology and dinosaur, they are two things of two extreme ages, but when we compare them, technology is a dinosaur. There is a symbolic meaning to it, but literally the meaning is very illogical and absurd. So this is also an example of metaphor. All the world's a stage, a very famous line by Shakespeare. What it means here is that we all are actors and the world is acting like a stage for all of us to perform. So if you go literally, the sentence is very absurd, very illogical, but figuratively it means that the world is a stage for we performers or for us to live on. So we see that figures of speech, simile and metaphor, they are used for comparison, comparing two very uncommon, two things which are unlike each other, but still if we are using the implied meaning, then it comes out to be very beautiful, very nice. In context, we understand the meaning in a better way than we would in the literal sense. Okay. On a signing off note, I will leave you with two sentences which you will decide whether it is a simile or a metaphor. Now, the cat ran away like the wind, and variety is the spice of life. So, before I sign off, I want you to go through these two sentences and decide on your own which one is a simile here and which one is metaphor. If the things are clear to you, I am privileged. If not, you can write in the comment box and get your doubts clarified. Thank you very much.